Let's start the today's class. So in the previous class, we started the small signal model, that is small signal operation and model. So in the small signal, actually, we'll have two different quantities will be there. The one is nothing but the normal biasing, that is DC bias, plus the signal component that will be superimposed on the DC. So totally two quantities will be there. So why we need to go for small signal model in the sense, so if there is any small quantity of signal that cannot be solved or cannot be worked. So for that purpose, we have to use the small signal model only. So and then what we did, we studied in the previous classes the small signal model. In that we started with some of the relationship, and we seen one is the collector current and the transconductance. So there we done some relations, actually some derivations and all we did. Then after the collector current and the transconductance, we seen base current and the input resistance at the base. So just like the first thing we calculated the collector current, that is IC we calculated, that is a small signal collector current we calculated. So that is IC is equal to GM into VBE, where GM is nothing but a transconductance. So I can say our IC can be is equal to what is the GM in the sense the transconductance will be IC by VT. That is the formula we studied in the previous class. So here we given that. The second thing is we did something like we said for an instance, for a given instance, the collector current is 1 milliampere means then what will be a transconductance, that is GM. Approximately it will be 40 milliampere per volt. So there will be some numericals also will be there. I will go through some of the numericals. Just I will solve it. So later I will give the assignment, some of the numericals you must to solve and you have to upload in the Google Classroom. So now here what we'll do, the next the quantity which we calculated is base current and the input resistance at the base, that is base current IB. The small signal model of IB we calculated, then we calculated IE, not IE, one more thing, that is the resistance, input resistance. The input resistance is we denoted as the term called as R pi. That is the one term. So this is what we did in the previous class. So we calculated IB, we calculated, that is IB is nothing but, see here, we calculated IB is nothing but VB, that is IB is equal to 1 by beta into GM into VB by E. This is what we done in the previous class. This is the quantity which we calculated from this. The second thing is, as we said, small signal input resistance we have to calculate. The input resistance, that is nothing but R pi. That also we calculated. The R pi is equal to, here finally we got beta by GM. Otherwise also one more quantity like R pi is equal to VT by IB. This is the one, the important relation we studied in the previous class. Next, what we'll do, let us do some of the numericals related to this. So it will put more interesting or will pour more impact to understand the small signal model. The first thing is here, the question was, so you have to use the equation. Already we done this equation, that is the transconductance GM. The GM will be is equal to the change in base emitter voltage, that is it yields the change in the collector current actually. That is something about transconductor. Normally, the conductance is nothing but the inversely proportional of resistance. So that is what we are saying. The transconductance is GM. We are saying GM is equal to dou IC by dou VBE. When the small IC, the component, that is a small signal component IC is equal to capital IC. Now we have to derive the expression for GM in equation 6.45. So just let us do the GM is equal to, or we know IC by VT. So we know the expression, the small signal component IC is equal to IC into e to the power VBE by VT. Now what you will do, substitute this equation. You consider this is the equation number 1. You consider this equation number 2. This is equation number 3. Now what you will do, substitute equation number 3 in 1. Just we need to do that's nothing but, so we have to substitute this IC here, that is GM is equal to dou. So here it will be like this, IC e to the power V B by B T divided by dou V B E. You need to differentiate this with respect to VBE actually. So when you do this, so how we can do that in the sense, let me show that. Yes. So let me put here, I think here it will be very easy for you. If I put this here, the solution for this problem. So IC is equal to IS into e to the power, so VBE by VT. So this is a small signal component. So the same the way I can write for DC component, same like small I replace the IC is IS e power VBE by VT. Just I can rewrite this expression as like this. Now what you can do, GM is equal to dou by dou IC by dou VBE, IC equal to IC. Just to substitute, you can differentiate with respect to VBE, then I will get what? IS by VT into e to the power VBE by VT. So this will be is nothing but IC by VT, where IC is nothing but this IS into e to the power VBE, already we know here. So we'll get as IC by VT, thus the GM will be is equal to IC by VT. That is what the question they asked. We need to derive the expression, because earlier we got GM is equal to capital IC by VT. But here you can see the same with the help of this expression, in this expression, how we'll get the GM. So we derived the GM. This is the first numerical which we've done here. So let us go for the second numerical. Let's see the second numerical. Yes, this is the next numerical actually. So what you have to do, we need to calculate the value of GM for a BJT bias at IC is equal to 0.5 milliampere. So as we know, what is the formula? GM is equal to VT, not VT, sorry. GM is equal to, what is the formula? To calculate that, it's nothing but IC divided by VT. So is equal to IC by, what is VT? VT is a thermal voltage. That is nothing but KT by Q. Now we know already, as I said, the KT value, that is nothing but what? K is nothing but Boltzmann constant. T is nothing but a approximation temperature, that is 273 degree Kelvin plus the temperature which is given, that is the room temperature, divided by Q, the charge of electron. Substitute all the voltage, or I can say VT at room temperature, at the room temperature. If the temperature is not changing, then value will be constant. VT is equal to, we may get as around 25 point something, that is 25.85 millivolt at room temperature. So what I do, substitute this value over there, that is 0.5 milliampere divided by the VT is nothing but 25 point something, I can say, or sometimes you can say approximately is equal to 26 millivolt. That is VT, you can say 26 millivolt, you can say. So thereby 26. So what is the value you'll get? That will be your answer. So we may get around 35, or the answer, actually the book is given, the value is nothing but how much the value is given, the answer is, that is around approximately, we'll get the value as 20 milliampere. The previously I said something like for IC is equal to 1 milliampere. For instance, IC is equal to 1 milliampere, then conductance, the transconductance GM will be 40 milliampere. Here the IC is 0.5 milliampere, then automatically GM will be 20 milliampere. how we calculate. This is what we need to know. Okay. So now next, what we'll do, let us go for the next small signal model, that is the identity, that is nothing but emitter current. Emitter current and the input resistance at the emitter. Okay. Now what we'll do, let us calculate some emitter current here. First, what we'll do, let us calculate the total emitter current. So always you have to be, remember, you have to choose the diagram as the previously, which is shown. That diagram only everywhere we are choosing. So now what you will do for emitter current, simple, we can say here IE is equal, there is a relation. So you can remember, you have to remember that there is a relation called as IE, that is small IE, that is a signal component. IE is equal to IC by alpha. There is a relationship between this, nothing but simple. I can say IC by IA. We know that already. So I hope you remember that already we know, that is IC by IG is equal to alpha. This already we know. So from this I am writing IE is equal to IC by alpha, where IC is nothing but simple. I can say the small IC is nothing but what? In your diagram, there will actually normally you are having two quantities. Example, if I want to say the quantities are like this. If I have IC, we are having the quantities as like this: IB plus IB. This is DC quantity. This one is signal quantity. So two things when you add only, we'll get this quantity actually. So adding of the DC's quantity plus the small signal quantity will give the quantity as IC. That is IC divided by alpha. So you can consider this is the equation number. One of the number like from the continuation of the previous, I can say this is equation number 17. Now from this, I can say thus, from this simple, I can write thus IE is equal to, that is small e is equal to. Now how can I write? Same the way, capital E plus small I. So this is your DC quantity. This one will be your small signal quantity. So thus IE is equal to. So now where IC is equal to, now simple from this I can say that IE is equal to what? Actually the IE is nothing but where IE is equal to, that is capital IE is equal to IC by alpha, because this we know already. There is a relation. IE is equal to IC by alpha. So then I can say IE, that is small IE, this one is equal to, similarly, if I write IE is IC by same, I can write this IC by alpha, I can say. Equation. So this is nothing but a signal component, right? This will be, I can say, it is a signal component. It is a signal component. Now what do we do from the expression? Let me say IE is equal to, IE is equal to, now how can I write? I think it will be very easy for you. So from this equation, IE is equal to, small IE is equal to IC by alpha, where small IC is nothing but, see here, this one, right? That is IB plus IB. So now from this, what I can say, that is, I'll write as this is IC by alpha. We have to very important thing here. IE is equal to which one? This IE equal to IC. In this IC, in the sense, it is a composed of two signal. Composed of two signal in the sense, you can say in the previously. So I can recap. Already we studied something. So which one? I will take something example. Then you may get clearly. Yes, see, this is the expression. We know this expression actually already. We studied this expression previously, where small IC is equal to capital IC plus IC by VTBE, where this is a DC quantity, this will be your small signal quantity. That is why we are taking only this quantity here, because this IC plus the small signal quantity value DC plus of that. So IE is equal to the small IC will be what? I C by B T into VBE divided by alpha, this expression. Now from this you simplify this. When you simplify, what will get like IC by alpha into VT into VBE. Now again from this relation I can say IC by VT, this I can write as IE by VT into VBE. See, from this, this equation will be reduced to like this: IE by VT. Why am I written? This IC by alpha. You see this quantity. Which quantity? This quantity. You see this quantity? IC by alpha is nothing but IE. So IE by VT into VBE. So now from this expressions will be reduced to, now I'll get as IE is equal to IE by VT into VBE. So this is the emitter current, the small signal emitter current. So now we got the quantity of IE we got. So if we denote the small signal resistance between the base and the emitter, look into the emitter, that is look into the emitter, okay, look into the emitter by RE. So it can be defined as, that is emitter resistance. Now we have to calculate, that is RE is equal to, as per the Ohm's law, just R equal to V by I actually, right? So very simple, RE is equal to, it is B VBE by small IE. Now from this what I can say, to calculate the emitter resistance, already we know the emitter current, just substitute this emitter current into this expression. When you substitute, what will get? VBE divided by IE divided by VT into VBE. So the VBE will get cancelled, then RE will become as VT by IE. So from this, what I can summarize in the sense, like normally at the room temperature, VT is thermal voltage. The thermal voltage at room temperature will be constant. If it is constant, as the emitter current gets increases, the emitter resistance also will be increases. So now what we will do from this, let us compare the RE expression. So previously we'll seen the equation number 17. Let me take IE. This is equation number 18. Then let me take this IE is equal to IE by 90. This equation number is 19. Then let me take this expression as PB by IB is 20. This is 20. This is 21. Now what you will do, now compare the expression. Now compare equation number 21. Which one? This expression. This expression with equation number 9. So we need to know what is the equation number 9 actually, right? So the equation number 9 is actually RE is equal to, let me write in this way, RE is equal to, so what is VT actually? Just there is a relation already. Just you can compare this. So simple, I can say if you want here, let me write here only in small. So GM is equal to IC by VT. This we know. This term is we know, right? Same the way, what is VT? From this is equal to, VT is equal to IC by GM. Yes. So now just that only we are doing substitute. VT is equal to IC by GM. So IC by GM divided by IE. Now this will become as like a what? IC by IE into 1 by GM. Right. So simple, we can say emitter resistance RE is equal to IC by IE. It's simple. I can say nothing but what? IC by IE is nothing but a alpha from the relations, right? The ratio of collector current towards emitter current is nothing but alpha. Alpha by GM. So simple, from this I can write will be equivalent to 1 by GM. When it will be 1 by GM, where approximately alpha is approximately is equal to 0.99 or 1, I can say. This is the emitter resistance. So alpha is so now what we'll do, take the relationship between RE and R phi can be found by combining the RE and R phi. Already we know the expression. Just you can go back the RE and R phi, or just we can write if you want. We can recollect this. What is that? So R phi is nothing but VBE divided by IB. Then RE is nothing but, just now we got nothing but VBE divided by IE. See, the R pi is nothing but base resistance. Okay, R pi is nothing but the base resistance. We are not denoted as RB. So R pi is equal to this expression will be denoted as like this. So VBE is equal to R pi into IB. Okay, R pi into IB. Next, same the way this expression will be reduced as like this. VBE is equal to RE into IE. Now equate both. This both we need to equate. So if I equate both in this way, what I'll get now? It is nothing but I can say R pi into IB is equal to RE into IE. Just equate these two. I will get as R pi is equal to IE by IB into RE. So again, from this, I can say R pi is equal to R pi is equal to beta plus 1 into Re. So this is a relation like where the ratio of the emitter current by the base current IE by IB is equal to beta plus 1. This relation we know. So this is the relationship between the base resistance and the emitter resistance. That is R pi and Re. We can combine the both things. We'll get the formula to calculate R pi. So now what we'll do, let us see. So earlier I didn't show something to you, one simple graph I will show related to the linear, like now you see this graph. See, you'll get some idea in this graph. See the VBE here, you can see this is nothing but your combined signal. This VBE is nothing but what? It's a capital VBE plus small, that is signal quantity. This one. This is your collector current. IC, then one more IC. Combination of these two only will have this current. Now see, this is nothing but VB IC versus VB curve. The slope is nothing but only GM V set. Now we can see the operating point. To stabilize the operating point only, you need to perform this. The operating point will be like this. You see here, this will be your small input, but this will be your collector current. So see the variations here. There is a very small amount of small signal in the this. So it's very simple. I can say what you did in the sense, this is your VBE along with just you superimpose a signal. So this will be your input signal, which is your input signal means like a DC. This is the DC. You are superimposing the very small DC signal, you are superimposing on the DC actually. So which yields the output will be more current will be there. See, IC current. That is why the dotted line which is showing here, you can see this dotted line corresponding these two, this will be your collector current. So there is a very small change in the base emitter voltage, there will be large variations in the collector current. This is nothing but a simple the transfer curve. I can say IC versus VBE. This one. So this will come and actually it's like where one more thing also you can say what is IC in the sense IC is nothing but GM into VBE because the collector which IC I'm saying the sense the small signal IC, the small signal. Always keep it in your mind. In the small signal only we'll talk about transconductance. So in the DC we won't talk about transconductance. That the GM is the slope of IC-VBE curve at the bias point Q. So now from this actually I am showing the figure, one more. See this in the transistor here, we shown that. So there's a base current VBE, the R pi is this. The R pi will be seen, look into the base side actually, base resistance equivalent to VBE by IB. This is the small signal element. Same the way even for RE, that is a look into the emitter side actually, resistance. So at the time IE, see here very simple. When you are calculating the base side, we need to ground the emitter side, that is load side. Here we are going to calculate. When you're going to calculate the emitter side, you have to keep as this short circuited. This you have to keep it. Then this should be grounded here. You see, there is a difference to find out the quantities R pi and RE. Now, one more thing here, we need to calculate the some numerical is there. So this is for you. So this is the question actually. This is the question for your homework. You can take it how we can do. A BJT is having beta is 100 is biased at a DC collector current of 1 milliampere. Then find the value of. So this is your homework actually. So note down the problem. A BJT is having beta is equal to 100 is biased at a DC collector current of 1 milliampere. Find the value of GM, R, E and RY at the bias point. So use the formula and just get the answers. Keep it all the answers, whatever question I'm asking here, pick it. So at a one single shot, you can upload in your Google Classroom. Next, the quantity. Let us go for next quantity is nothing but voltage gain. This is one of the very important quantity. Voltage gain. What is the voltage gain normally? The voltage gain is nothing the ratio of the output voltage to the input voltage. That only is nothing but a voltage gain. So now we have established above the transistor sends the base emitter signal. The transistor will sense the base emitter signal, that is VBE, and causes a proportional current, that is GM into VBE. See, we are talking about small signal model. I'm not talking about in terms of DC current. I'm talking about in terms of small signal model. So simple, I can say that is input voltage is VBE. That is simple. It is directly proportional to the output is GM VBE because it is nothing but a collector current. Correct. This one is nothing but I can say simple IC. I can say output GM into VBE. So now from this actually what later we'll see some the small signal equivalent circuit model. We'll see in the list how to draw that. That is one of very important thing. So next here you can say in this the transistor acting as the transistor is acting as a voltage controlled current source because the input is a voltage that is controlling the current, that is voltage controlled current source in the small signal. So to obtain a voltage signal, so we need to force this current to flow through a resistor. That is what we need to do. So now what we'll do to calculate the collector voltage. So let us do some derivation to calculate the total collector voltage and to find the voltage gain.